Welcome back to the Material Piece Experience, fuckers. I had to say it. This is gonna be a video this isn't gonna be some long ranting video, though it actually might be more only a few seconds in this. This isn't gonna be something that I'm gonna explain to you some obscene tactic I use to do this or that, or something that this is something that I've recently learned, absolutely, but this is something that's already changed my life, because as much as I've already learned this, I haven't seen the changes immediately. And I'm making a video because I know it's gonna be a fuck ton of changes. I know that this is gonna be like a small acorn that you plant in the ground, and in a few years' time it sprouts to this awesome acorn tree. 3 years ago, I started journaling and meditating. At first I was like, you know what, this shit's kinda gay. I was journaling, I probably journaled 3 times in 3 months. Deadass 3 times in 3 months was probably it. And then I kind of forced myself to just write something down every single night on a piece of paper. Just write. I was meditating terribly. I went a long streak of time without even meditating, just being like, yeah, okay, I should probably start doing this. And I just didn't. But I knew that if I just kept going with it, it would sprout into something amazing. I've journaled. I'll show you. This is what I used to journal. It's nothing too big, but I'm about halfway through. I've journaled every day since sometime in June. I want to say, yeah, June. It would be sometime in like later June. Every single day, sometimes for multiple pages, sometimes for just a little bit, but I'd always journal. It's always grown. And then for meditation, I've had the best meditation of years. I've never been more present. I've never been less anxious in my entire life. I've never felt so good, because I realized I don't have to respond to every other thought. It's been amazing. I could talk about meditation, and you know what? That's a great idea. I will start talking about meditation on a different day. Meditation. Let me write that down for myself. I spelled it wrong. I have a computer in front of me for some notes. This isn't gonna be journaling or meditation. People know about that. I think so, at least. I have an app on my phone. It's called Notes. Everybody has it if you have an iPhone. I'm sure there are Samsung and Android equivalents. And on this Notes app, I actually really like the Notes app. I can just write down a bunch of thoughts that's going into my mind. I love it. Love it. It's one of my favorite things ever. And there was a lecture recently that I really liked about somebody who said, write down your inspiration, because it lasts a lifetime. And it got me thinking, you know what, that's pretty cool. And he was talking about, like, you know, you're gonna have these inspirational thoughts, rather than letting it just fly by your head, just get a piece of paper and write them down. And see how it changes over the years to come. And I was like, you know what, that seems pretty cool. And I've been doing that for a few weeks now at best. And I haven't been able to see massive changes because it's too short of a time. But I know the metaphor that I described in the beginning, the acorn that's going to sprout into this amazing acorn tree, this is that acorn. I know it is. I can feel it. I can feel it because I've done this in the past with similar things, and I'm feeling it stronger now. I call it just my inspiration page. It's literally just inspiration page. You can call it whatever. You can call it Benedict Buckwheat, for all I care. But open up your app, open up your Notes app, make a new Notes, call it whatever the fuck you want, call it Benedict Buckwheat. In the top right corner, at least for iPhone, I don't know how it is for Samsung and Android, there would be 3 lines. Click that, and there should be a button somewhere in the drop down that has a little thumbtack, and it's called Pin. Hit that, and that way the notes will always be somewhere near the top. You have other pinned notes, it's gonna start competing for the top space based on whatever's the most recent. But that way, it's always right there. So whenever you see inspiration in your life, something that really inspires you pick it up and you click and you write it down. Okay, but why? I'm saying this now, I'm describing to you what do you do and what I do, but why? You know, there's this quote that I really like. Motivation is fickle, but inspiration can last a lifetime. Let me change that quote a little bit. Motivation is fickle, but discipline can last a lifetime. It's kind of the same shit. In my mind, I believe discipline is for like the action you take. The way you route yourself in the things that you want to do, even if you don't want to do it. You do the things you don't want to do as if you love them. That's discipline to me. but that's action. You can do it for your thoughts too, but inspiration to me is like keeping this vision in your mind and keeping that on a nice trajectory, this nice orient, this life orientation. And every time you can look back at your inspiration, you can be like, this inspires me so much, I want to chase this. And it can give you some motivation, just like discipline can, but it just aligns you to what you want in life. It's like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you two examples actually. I saw somebody racing. I was racing with him actually for a little bit, but I saw him racing this beautiful bike. And I tried to swerve to catch up to him, but he pulled off on the side of the highway and I had to keep going. But man, it was a beautiful bike and I love bikes. I want a bike so damn bad. So I pulled over that's not correct. When I got home, before I got out of my bike, I parked outside my house. Before I got out of my car rather than my bike, I wrote down, that was a sick ass bike. I'm gonna have myself one of those one day. And I'm gonna be racing it like that, and I'm gonna be vibing. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I'll be taking videos with it and take all that cool shit. Inspiration page. Boom. Awesome. I'll give you another one. When I was really young, I went to California. And they have these trees in California called the redwood trees. And they're fucking massive. They're these big, thick trees. Like you see trees, but they're like kind of, you know, they got some trunk. Yeah, it's a little big, but it's not like 100+ foot with a tree trunk that's at least 10 foot in width. None of that stuff. I don't know if that's accurate for the redwood trees. That's just how it was to me as a kid. They're beautiful. They're a little red. I love them. I found a little piece that had broken off, and I kept one with me as a kid. Loved it, and I want to show my kids that one day. That's inspiration. So whenever maybe like you have some bit of a bum day, shit isn't going so well in your life, whatever, you can pull up your inspiration page. Maybe shit's going good, and you just pull up your inspiration page, and you can see what inspires you and what you want to align your life towards, and things you want to accomplish. It's not like a quote, or a quote is like a reminder. It's something that's a great piece of information that you want to know and implement into your own life. Inspiration is far more personal, and I love it. Motivation is fickle, but inspiration can last a lifetime. And you can look at this and see all this cool shit that you want to do, and it really motivates you and makes you want to do it. Motivation is great, even if it's fickle. But even if you don't necessarily want to do it at the time, you're going to do it anyway because you're inspired. Like, think about a painter. He maybe saw someone paint one day, and it motivated him to go and paint because maybe he saw that they were homeless or whatever, and he was also homeless. But maybe he took inspiration from a separate artist who had this new style that he really liked that was very avant-garde or some shit like that. Something that really, really inspired him, and then he kind of followed a similar style. He didn't take the same thing, but he improved on it. He made it different. He made it his own thing. That's inspiration. And inspiration can change. And one of the main reasons I like this, and why I think it's going to grow into this massive acorn tree, even though it's just a little nut right now, is that in a few years, I know my inspiration is going to change. I know I'll be able to see some really, really nice, beautiful ranch when I'm older and be like, shit, I kind of want to have something like that. I'll see some nice little cottage in the countryside where the food's all clean. There's not a whole lot of people around you, and I can be like, I want to have that kind of house for myself one day. That's a different kind of inspiration, and it's not what I'm focused on, but I got different shit, like what I was telling you guys about, like the fucking motorbike and the redwood trees. Different kinds of inspiration, and it's going to be really nice to see it throughout the years. Because if there's a pattern throughout the years, you know that's going to be something that means a whole lot to you. It's going to be some kind of purpose that maybe you haven't found out about yet. And through this, you'll be able to find it and pursue it and maybe love it. That's it. This isn't some video that's gonna be like how to get 20 bitches all on your dick at the same time. That's something that's gonna take years. And it's gonna take a little bit of discomfort, but it's gonna be very much worth the time that you put in. It's gonna go to something beautiful. You just gotta water it every now and then. Water the acorn to get an acorn tree. Fantastic. That's it. I'm in this video here. Actually, one more thing. Don't chase. Don't chase attraction. This is for anything in life. Don't chase it. It's only gonna make it run away. when you see someone do something that you like, when you see some kind of art, some kind of inspiration to you, some kind of work that you want to do, maybe you see, here's another example, something that I just thought about. I'm a huge UFC fan. I was rooting for my boy Max Holloway for UFC 300. I like to watch the behind the scenes of both the fighters, and I was like, man, something's different about Max. Something is different about this motherfucker. And when I saw his performance on UFC 300, it was legendary. Fucking awesome. My throat cramped. It cramped. But it was so late, I wasn't even screaming that loud. I was like silent screaming, like, ah, and my throat cramped. It was so fucking hype. That was inspiring to me. Because he was an underdog. People counting him out. People were saying he was old, that he's washed. And he comes in and he fucking dominates. And he's put on such a legendary performance, and it takes two to tango, but man, I love that. And I want to have that kind of Max Holloway moment in my own fucking life. Like, holy shit, that's perfect. One of the best performances I've ever seen in my life. It's a sports performance. I'm not gonna be a professional UFC fighter. You know, part of me kind of wants to, but like it's not likely. But that's so inspirational to me, and I want to have that into my own life. I want to have my version of that. Because I fucking loved it. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm gonna go write that down actually after this because I forgot. Like, do you see how happy I am in my voice? How much I love that? How much I want to align my life to have my own kind of moments like that in my life? That's inspiration, man. And so when I'm down in the dumps one day and I'm hit rock fucking bottom, I'm gonna open up that page and I'm gonna see that Max Holloway moment, and I'm gonna be like, holy shit. As hard as it is now, I ain't fucking done yet. That's what this video is, man. That's what this video is to you. Is I've only just started, and I know it's gonna be amazing. And I want you guys to have this knowledge too, and I want you guys to practice this in your own life. You have the acorn seed, just water it. Every now and then, just water it. Let the inspiration come to you. Don't go out and seek it, then you're not gonna find it. Don't be like, I'm gonna find 3 inspirational things today. You're not gonna find it. Let it come to you, because then it will be true. And write it down and then love it. That's the end of this video. And I'm gonna end this video off saying something that's inspired me for nights and nights and nights. And that's that with hard work, dreams do come true. Stay hopeful. It's out there, man. You just gotta get it. You just gotta work hard in the life that you want, the life that you dream for. I'll be there for you. Alright. Peace, fuckers.